Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Wave. Goodbye. Na 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 na. Now that's disrespectful, to be fair. How's it going, everybody? How's it going, everyone? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little video for you. A transfer update, all the latest Manchester United news and goings on in the world of this great football club, the Mighty Red Devils. How's everybody's day been? I hope you're all doing well today. Thank you very much for joining me for Hump Day. Bit of news here today, not too much going on, but we will give you all the latest in regards to Manchester United, lads and lasses. We've got a few things to get into, so strap yourselves in, baby, because this one's going to be a screamer. Get involved in the live comments throughout as we go along, guys. It's a fully interactive show. Do have your say as we get into the latest news. And also smash a like on the video at the start of the stream. And if you're watching this later on catch up, leave a cheeky little like on it then too, and have a comment also. Right then, lads and lasses, let me just give a few shout-outs to some of you legends that are in here right now. Travi, we've got Eddie O2, we've got Elliot Manduna, Berber, James Wright, Finney Halpin, well, hello there, Ellie, Griffo Chaz, Elliot, Shahid Hussein, and everyone else, thank you very much for getting in here, and do get involved throughout. So, the biggest news of the day, really, Andreas Pereira has been loaned out, guys, come on, get in there! I mean, look, I'm just joking around, really. You know, in my opinion, he's not a good enough player for Manchester United. It has kind of been proven over the last couple of seasons. He's had a fair amount of opportunities. Never really done anything in the first team there. It's been just kind of a bit of disappointment from him. We kind of knew that he was just dead weight at Manchester United. And, you know, wasn't exactly going to have much of a future at the club. I think everybody, all of us fans were pretty aware of that, really. And there's no point sort of having somebody around there who's, even if he's not on a huge amount of money, he's just taking up resources. And he's also stopping or hindering other talents, other younger talents, maybe from having opportunities and getting in the team just out of the necessity to have him in the squad and play him if there was an opportunity that came up. So definitely the right move. From Ole Gunnar Solskjaer here, lads and lasses, because let's face it, he's not good enough for Manchester United. He's a good lad and all that. I like him, seems like a good boy, but nah, not cut out for the top flight football of Manchester United, unfortunately. But here's the latest. Fabrizio Romano gave us an update and said, Andreas Pereira deal is done and completed. Here we go, confirmed. Flamengo will sign Andreas from Manchester United on loan until June 2022 and pay part of his salary. Flamengo are also closing on Kennedy deal with Chelsea. The agreement's at the final stages. So there's the update from Fabrizio Romano, and we understand that Flamengo have agreed to pay a fee reaching up to €1 million for Andreas Pereira, and they will also have an option to buy the midfielder. I don't have any information on a percentage right now, but I'll let you know if that comes out, if I get that information. But you know, I'm expecting a reasonable amount of the wages that they are paying, but it's not all of the wages. Flamengo have the option to buy Andreas Pereira as well. This is what's being reported by various sources, which is at the end of his loan spell in the region of €15 million is what's been reported. So hopefully he has a good season for Flamengo and they actually want to take him permanently at the end of this loan spell, because that is all it is. It's just a loan spell. He will still be coming back to Manchester United if they don't want him. But it seems like there is a way out here for Andreas Pereira. It's understood that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer would have wanted him to really just be sold, but very little in the money, you know, in terms of what Flamengo have available right now, and they were interested in bringing him in. Hence why there's been a deal done with a cut price in terms of wages, lads and lasses. So Andreas Pereira is now a Flamengo player on loan this season. That's one of the Gash players that's out. No disrespect. He's a nice lad. He's always tried hard for United. He's just a little bit on the shite side. No disrespect. So see you later on, son. He's out. It looks like there's going to be a lot of loan outs so far. Well, between now and the end of the window, I guess. I mean, a couple more. I could see definitely a couple more from Manchester United here. We've taken a cut price, you know, in terms of the wages here. So we're not having them pay the full 100% of his wages. We are essentially sort of subsidizing his wages to play for another team. That's how it goes, you know, because we do pay players ridiculous amounts of money. I think Andreas Pereira is on £40,000 a week. I think he is. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know if you've got the exact stat. I think he's on 40k a week. When you think about his role in the squad and what he brings to the squad, I mean, you know, 4k is too much. So that's quite a bit of resources that's being taken up by somebody who's completely pointless in the team. Once again, no disrespect. Good luck to him. I hope he has a good time over there. I hope he does really well. It's just not a very, very good player for this club. There you go. But there'll be other players that are going out. We've actually got some news here as well. I'll jump into the comment section in a moment, see the Andreas Pereira reaction. But we've got a bunch of other players that are soon to be going out. Of course, it looks like Norwich will be getting Brandon Williams on loan. We know that, of course. So there's a couple of other bits and bobs that Manchester United are going to do in terms of players going out. We want to see the likes of Phil No Bones Jones go, but he's on the injury list right now. And who really wants Phil Jones? That's the problem. We're sort of stuck with him, man. There's a few other players that are going to be hard to get rid of at this stage also. So we'll see, but there'll probably be a couple more loan outs anyway. Let's get in the live chat then for a minute before we get on to the rest of the news and see what you legends think about the Andreas Pereira loan out here and stuff. Get your thoughts and opinions in now. I want to hear from you. So I can see Arfin Kadili. Hello, he says, Man United are back to the top. Hell yeah, we're on our way, aren't we? We're on our way. We've got to win that league title and then we can say that, but yes. Thank you, Berber. He says, smash a like and subscribe. Appreciate you, my friend. Dennis O'Mahony says, when is Phil Jones going out on loan? He's shit. Good question, mate. I'd love to know that too, and I'd love to maybe speed up the process. I don't know what's going on with Phil Jones at United. He's just some lingerer, isn't he? He's a hanger-on at this stage. If I was him, I'd want to leave. If I was Solskjaer, I'd definitely be desperate to get him out. If I was another manager at another club, I wouldn't really want him. So that's the conundrum that United are in. We can't really sell him. We can't really loan him out. I guess we can maybe loan him to a lower club if we paid a large amount, and I mean a large amount of his wages. Maybe that would be the way forward. FC United forever. Hello there, my friend. He says, abroad in Manchester for our first home game last night, a 3-0 win against Morphy Town. Go on, FC United forever, lad. Get in. I'm falling in love. Says, what do you think about the new coach that Ollie brings in our team to improve our set pieces? Because we can see 14 goals last year. Right. Okay. Well, look, we haven't seen too much of it yet, but I'm sure it will be an improvement. He comes well revered at what he does. And it's definitely an area of Manchester United's team. If you look last season, we were completely shambolic in, man. Defending set pieces, and not only defending set pieces, but also scoring from set pieces we were bad at. I mean, I think we had, was it the worst defensive record in terms of conceding set pieces last season, which for a top club like United is terrible. Or if it wasn't the worst, it was one of the worst. Very bad season in terms of defending set pieces. And also scoring from set pieces. So a new set piece coach coming in, it should have a good positive effect on the boys. That's what I think. It can't be much worse because, like I say, last season we were one of the worst in the league and it was shite. So yeah, that's just one element, of course, that we need to work on, but that can actually be quite a big element of a part of football, really. And that's the difference between you winning a game or losing a game sometimes. Snatching a late goal from a cheeky little header from a corner, nice little routine or something, you know, catch the opposition unawares. And equally, if you can stop the opposition from scoring and you've got very, very good tactics and just, defensive players in there such as Varane and Maguire who are well drilled, and the whole unit as a team is performing to whatever tactics that the new set piece coach and Ollie and of course the rest of the coaches are working on and improving it, then of course we're going to be better placed than we were last year. So get in there. Sin Games, hello. He says, I like Pereira, to be honest. He has something for the right team. A loan to the Prem would be good. Sin Games, fair point. I mean, he is a good player. He's just not really cut out for United at this moment in time because there's so many players ahead of him. He's only going to be fair, this could be a move for his own, for his own development more than United just trying to get him away. Because, as you say, he doesn't get opportunities, at Manchester United. He won't get any opportunities. For him and his career, he should go on. And he's still reasonably young, but he's not that young. The ceiling is not that high for Andreas Pereira, in my opinion. Hey, look, I hope I'm wrong. I hope he tears it up at Flamengo, comes back and turns into, the next Ronaldinho. But I just don't see it happening. Gun Chilioni, how you doing there, mate? He says, Phil is an albatross around Ollie's neck, but a solid citizen nonetheless. He is a solid citizen. You can't really deny that. He pays his taxes. And boy, are they hefty, because he earns a heck of a lot of money from Manchester United, does the lad. And those pink Lamborghinis and those pink boots don't come cheap. Hey, Janice Breakfast, Kalispera, mate. How's it going? Good to see you all in here, guys. Rank Me says, I think it was second worst to Leeds. It might be wrong, though. That's terrible, Rank Me, isn't it? We had the second worst defensive set piece. If it wasn't that, like I say, it was one of the worst in the league. It's definitely an area of the team that we had to work on, and that's just another little tiny piece of the puzzle that that we've added. I'm really buzzing for this season, guys. I don't know about you, but come on, United! I'm feeling it, guys. I'm so behind this team. I mean, I was behind this team and Ollie and the boys and what he was building anyway. But the start we've had, the signings we've made this season, like, I'm starting to believe, guys. We can do it. Hashtag I believe in the live chat. If you think Manchester United can win the trophy this season, win the Premier League. I mean, look, it's going to be a tough ask. Liverpool and City, they're going to be up there, of course. Chelsea, they're all going to be fighting for it. But hey, if a few things go our way, we can do it. And we've added a couple of great players this window. I mean, Varane could be the missing piece of the puzzle there at the back. And it could also unlock Maguire's potential as well, because he's been such a solid player for United, really. It's not really... Yeah, I mean, he has made errors and stuff over the last couple of seasons, and he's not been, you know, him and Lindelof as a pairing definitely has not been good enough. But maybe if you replace Lindelof with Varane, then you're going to see the best out of Maguire too. So I'm excited at that prospect. I love Luke Shaw, I love Wan-Bissaka. That defence is, on paper anyway, it sounds mint. So if we can stop conceding so many goals and cut out these stupid set-piece, you know, goals that we concede from last season, then we'll be halfway there. We've got the attacking talents. Also having a better defensive part of the side will free up our attacking players a little bit, because there'll just be more moments when we've won the ball back rather than the ball going in the back of the net for the opposition, where we can break and counter and score goals. It's just going to be a better defence. We've got the best left-back in the world, we've got the future best right-back in the world, and we've got one of the best centre-back pairings in the world on paper. So, you know, things are looking up for Manchester United, guys. It's just the midfield if we can add somebody there. But I'm really excited anyway about what Solskjaer's doing. I believe we're onto something. The special one, and Griffo Chaz are in here. How are you guys doing? Great to see you. Irfan Kadidi, hello to you, sir. He comments and says, Man United have to win the league, yes. Leicester City, indeed. I'd love to get him in, yeah. But, I mean, we want to win the league. Do we have to win the league? I mean, is Solskjaer going to be sacked if we finish second by 3 points? I don't think so. I think it's about progression. But, yeah, I'd love to win the league. Hey there, Nathan Buckley. Yes, there is going to be some FIFA tonight, sir. Keep liking for the content, guys, says Eddie O2. Thank you, guys. How many likes, one? Hey, let's see if we can get 69 likes on the stream in the next 5 seconds. RV19 says, what does that mean? The title race until at least mid-April on a trophy minimum this season, or bust for Ollie. Yes, this is it. Okay, we want to see a trophy, don't we? Another barren season would be gastastic. He's not really got many excuses now because he's had a couple of seasons. He's had plenty of money. He's signed and been able to shape this team with the players that he wanted to bring in. So, yeah, and they haven't exactly shied away over the last couple of seasons from making big signings. I mean, last summer they did shite stuff. But before that, you know, they did spend 80 mil on a slab. They did also spend, you know, 50 million on Wan-Bissaka, and they bought Bruno in, and they signed, of course, in this window, Varane and Sancho. So there's no real excuses now for Solskjaer. He's got most of the puzzle pieces. In my opinion, he could still do with one more signing. So Solskjaer's been asked about the current situation, and he was basically saying, look, we have to see what's going on in the club, you know, players going out, etc., if we're going to be able to bring anybody in. But he says, you know, don't rule it out, basically. He said, don't rule it out, but you know, he's not banking on it. He said anything now would be a bonus. So Solskjaer is, you know, still optimistic that Manchester United could sign somebody before the end of the window. I'm sure he's in the market for a midfielder just to bolster our options and give us a bit of a different look in maybe the CDM role. Give us somebody better there, somebody to come in and challenge the likes of Fred and Matic and hopefully best those guys, because we could do with a step up. And there's no bad thing about improving your 11 and therefore improving your overall depth in the team. Yes, Gungshi says Eddie was almost like it was all Ollie could think of to say about him when asked at the press conference a few months ago. What can you say about Phil other than he's a champion gurner? I mean, yes, he loves the colour pink. He definitely provides great entertainment. I mean, the memes alone. Let's be honest now. He does keep on giving, Phil Jones. The memes are fantastic. The many faces of Phil Jones. This is the thing. He's like the many-faced man from Game of Thrones or something, but it's like Game of Phils or Lame of Thrones, maybe. But, yeah, I agree, Gungshi. He's not really adding much other than being a gurner. Sin Game says City improved also. Did we actually improve on City, or did we just keep up with them? Great comment. They have improved. They did spend big on Grealish. They could even still bring in Slabby Kane, I suppose. I'm not so sure about that one now, but supposedly they offered 125 million, and Daniel Levy's still been like, So that's crazy money, by the way. I would run to the bank if Man City were to offer 125 million, and I was in Daniel Levy's position. Harry Kane is a great player. He will bang you those goals. He is guaranteed to get you many goals a season. He's also guaranteed to miss a bunch of games a season due to injury. He's also slightly injury prone, getting older. He's reaching towards 30. He's still in his prime. He's still got years left of his prime, don't get me wrong. But you're not getting somebody here with many, many years on the clock. His knees will be putty by the time he's 32. I called it, man. Trust me. I can just tell. I don't know why some players, you can just tell when they get to a certain age. He's not going to go until 40 like Ronaldo is what I'm saying. I believe he'll be shot at 32. But until then, he'll be absolutely fantastic. So it's a great signing for now, but it's, too much money, though. But if Spurs don't want to accept a big offer like that, then they're crazy, aren't they? But there you go. T Copper, thank you so much for the super chat, mate. He sent us £1 super chat. Super chat. Super T Copper, mate. Thank you very much. Appreciate that one, dude. Get in there. Let's get some watermelon sugar highs in the live chat for Mr. T Copper there. Thank you very much. Okay, then, guys, I'm going to ask you one question in the live chat very quickly. Just put a number in there. You've seen the start to the season. You've seen the signings we've made. You've seen potentially what we're going to continue to do. So, where do Manchester United finish this Premier League season? Let me know in the live chat. I'm going first, baby. I've changed it from second to first. That's right. No, look. I'm teetering though, but you know what? I'm feeling very optimistic. We've only played one game against Leeds, but we've actually had a good pre-season this year. We had a couple of games beforehand. Would have had a couple more as well if it wasn't for that Preston North End game being called off. We had this behind closed doors friendly against Burnley in preparation for this game against Southampton on Sunday. Excellent stuff. We have actually had a good pre-season, so I think the start of the season is going to be great. I think I heard them say on the game that so last season I think it took 5 games at Old Trafford until we got our first win, something ridiculous like that. Our home form last season was gash. Of course our away form was amazing and still continues to be amazing, but our home form has won't let us down. If we can improve that and have a good start, which we have done so far, we need to win the next 4 games really, because we've got games against opposition we should be beating, and then we've got a little bit of a tough run of course when October comes around. And then it's going to be make or break time ready for the season to see if we really can challenge. But before then, we just have to put a great run of wins together and do it. So I'm falling in love says first. Nikolai Lindquist says second. Saizi in Taiwan says third. Gangshi says first. Josh Smith says first. The special one says 2. We got another person in Taiwan watching, by the way. Welcome in the stream, by the way. Welcome in. We got a couple of legends from Taiwan watching. Vincent Bullock. Breaking news, Phil Jones played last night in the friendly behind closed doors, mate, says Vincent Bullock. Yeah. What was his role? The T-boy? Antonio de Oliveira Salazar. He says first. I love it, Antonio. T Copper says third or second. Sin Games says third. I just don't feel our midfield is good enough. I'm going to make a point on this, Sin Games. Let's just say we keep Pogba and he performs to somewhere of the ability that we know he can on the regular. Now, I know you've got similar thoughts to me on Pogba. You think he's great, but he's just too inconsistent, and you're not going to get the consistency of a player that we need over the course of a season to be able to, for us to be able to win and challenge the Premier League. I get that. I'm just hoping that, if he gets his contract, if he's settled and happy with the squad, which does seem to be going in the right direction and doing bits, and he's starting to, have real great connections in the team. People like Bruno Fernandes seem him and Bruno are combining like a dream. So if Pogba's happy and Pogba's got the right sort of management, and you have to credit Solskjaer with his management of Pogba over the last 2 seasons anyway, because his consistency has been better than under the previous regimes, in my opinion. So, certainly Mourinho. I think Solskjaer's the right sort of manager for Pogba. He's an arm around the shoulder type of guy, and I think he can get the best out of Pogba. He can get consistency, but he will always have that problem where sometimes he just goes missing. But if he can go missing less and be the player that we know he can more often this season, that could actually be the difference between us winning the league or not. So I think it's a fair point. We do need to sign a central defensive midfielder as well, because Fred, Matic, these guys, are they really good enough for top teams when we come up against them, dealing with the very best of the opposition? What we could really do with is like a Kante type player, but there's just only one Kante really, isn't there? And he's not a United player. So, but that's the sort of thing that we could do with, and then we would be pretty much unstoppable, because our attacking players and our defensive players are now brilliant. Our attackers are fantastic. We have a lot of depth up there all of a sudden as well. We have Cavani, Greenwood, Martial, who can all play at number 9. We have Rashford, we have Martial, James, Sancho can all play over on the left. We have Sancho, Greenwood, all can all play on the right. So, and Bruno, of course, and Donny, who can all play CAM, and Pogba can still play there. So we've got a lot of depth up there in terms of attacking talents. This side is quality now, guys. You know what? Credit Solskjaer. He has been able to spend a little bit of money, fair play. Rightfully bloody so. It's the greatest club in the land, and we've been shackled by our owners for too long anyway. I don't care what they say that they've spent on players over the years. We know that they've recouped a lot of that, and they've also done other disgusting things behind the scenes which have hurt this football club. So we don't care about that. But now is the time to invest in all different areas of the team. Now, I noticed earlier on there was an announcement that the club have upgraded several things at the club, actually spent £20 million on refurbishing things like the dressing rooms and stuff like that. Nice. Good. Finally, we're actually starting to do some bloody upgrades around the gaff, which is great. Obviously, we've got to do that. And we don't want to be left behind in terms of facilities and technology and that kind of thing. So, yeah, that's the bare minimum that I ask of our owners. Eddie O2 says 79 beauties, 50 likes. Keep hitting the like for Pigo. Cheers, man. Hey, everyone, if you're just getting involved, first of all, thank you very much for getting in and get involved in the live comments. Everybody's welcome here. We love having a chat about Manchester United, the greatest fucking football club in all the land. So do get involved and make sure you hit that subscribe button. If it's your first time here, guys, we do these daily Manchester United news updates as and when there's breaking news about Manchester United. So get involved. It's a community vibe here as well. Everyone's welcome as long as you're not a complete douche. Even if you're a city scummer, to be fair, as long as you're respectful and are not an abusive melt. To be fair, they've only got about 3 fans anyway on the internet, so we probably won't get any of those in here. But either way, everybody's welcome. Get involved. And also, do us a big favour, twat the thumbs up button, give it the old Zinedine Zidane headbutt, the Kung Fu Cantonade kick, and slap that like on it, my friends. Nice. Okay, Dante, there he is, mate. How you been? He says, we won a title with Cleverley, Kagawa and Fletcher. We can win one with Pogba, Bruno, Van der Beek and Fred. Great comments, but we also did have the main man, Sir Alex Ferguson, which is like an it factor, isn't it? He's probably like, worth 2 men himself because he was that good of a coach. But no, I hear you, right. You're so right. We did do that. And that was shocking. I mean, the fact that Cleverley and these guys won the league, in 2013, fair play to you, Mr. Dante. It's a great point. Solskjaer seems to be a shrewd coach. I don't think he's, the finished article, far from it. I mean, every day's a school day, isn't it, for these guys anyway? You look at Jose Mourinho, it does just because you get older and have more experience doesn't necessarily mean you get better. You also have to change and adapt and evolve continuously, which is something that the great Sir Alex Ferguson was amazing at. But yeah, Solskjaer's got a long way to go. But definitely, I hear your point. We've definitely got a good enough squad to win it now. If it all goes our way, if we get a little bit of luck, you look at the talents in the side. If Bruno can emulate the season that he had last year, if Pogba can, carry on as he started, and if Cavani comes in and is just the same as what he was last year, and Mason continues to develop and score those goals for us, Rashford comes back from fitness better than ever. We've got Sancho coming in there providing goals and assists galore. It could be a really great season, So yeah. I love it. Sean Myberg, he says, I don't think Pogba will stay. See in the news PSG offering almost 510 to 600k a week next season. This is what it also may come down to. Damn money. And this is the facts. PSG have a shit ton of money. Too much money. It makes a mockery of the rest of football, really. They're signing Lionel Messi and 4 other top-class players this window, paying ridiculous amounts of wages, millions and millions and millions a week added onto their wages. So it is kind of crazy, but yeah, you're right. I mean, that is a possibility. We haven't heard anything about Pogba signing a new contract yet. There are some reports coming out. I saw some sources saying that Pogba is keen on us staying at United. I'm sure he is keen on staying at United if they're willing to pay him bloody 450 or 500k a week. But if PSG, like you say, are willing to offer 5 to 600k a week next summer, he might make that move. He is obviously a France player, which makes a huge difference. It's a French club. They're going to have players like Messi and Neymar and Mbappe up there in front of him. I mean, if I was Pogba and that was on the table, it would be an attractive proposition anyway, let alone when you add more money to the table. And guess what? You know what the it factor is for Paul Pogba? He's got that grubby little bloody urchin, Mino Raiola breathing over his shoulder all the time, stirring it up, trying to get extra money out of every deal. And I guess that's his job. That is his job. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's going to advise Pogba to go where the money's at. And when you look at the situation, PSG won't have to pay a transfer fee to Manchester United if they sign him next summer. they could pay him more up front, they could pay him, the agent, more, and they could pay him more wages per week because they don't have to pay 40 or 50 or 60 million pounds or whatever it would be to Manchester United to sign the player. So, yeah, it's a possibility. What do you guys think? Pogba, does he stay or does he go? I'm not asking you if you want him to stay or you want him to go. I'm saying, does he? What do you think Pogba decides? What do you think Manchester United decide to do? Do we cave and pay huge, ridiculous wages? Or do you see him go out the door on a free transfer? Does he stay or does he go, lads and lasses? Let me know. What's going on there? Eric Tusi says, how you going, mate, from the land down under? G'day, mate. Thank you so much for getting in here, you fucking legend. Get in there, Bonza, mate. Hope you're doing good over there in Australia. Where is everybody else watching from in the world right now? Let us know. This is an international channel right here, guys. Viewers watching from all over the gaff. Pogba stays, says Hashim. Stay. He's a good artist, says Sir Greenwood. How you going there, Sir Greenwood? Pogba will stay with the same money, says Sin Games. You think that he's going to sign a contract on the same amount as right now? I mean, that would be ideal. We'd all be very, very happy with that if United stand firm and they decide to do that, but I don't know. Yes, I do have a fantasy mini league, Elliot Manduna. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna. I don't know where I've got the. It's on my Twitter actually. If you go to my Twitter, Flying Pig United. It'll be on my Twitter. Scroll down a few, and it's on there. You're from Mauritius, are you, Arthane? Trinidad and Tobago, says Sir Greenwood. Absolutely brilliant. If Pogba goes, there will be trouble. If he stays, there will be double. Fair play to you, fair play to you. Well, hopefully not. I think he's going to have a fantastic season if he does stay, compared to previous seasons anyway. 400/450k a week is what Hashime 47 thinks. Right, guys, just a couple of things to get into very quickly. So, Manchester United have 2 matches away to create English football history. So, just wanted to mention this. An unbeaten season away from home in the Premier League last season at the end of the 2019-20 season as United on the brink of the record books. United are now 26 away league games unbeaten in the Premier League. What a fucking record that is. I mean, that's mad when you think about it, because it's harder to win games away from home. Now, there may be other variant factors like COVID and no away fans in some of those, most of those fixtures. But even so, what an impressive record that is. 26 away league games unbeaten in the league after the end of the season over Wolves and blah, 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 blah. So there you go. A draw would take United to 27 league matches away. Which would equal the previous record, obviously, by Arsene Wenger's Arsenal side, which is pretty amazing, right? Don't you think that's amazing, guys? Solskjaer doing bits. Let's get a cheeky little hashtag Solskjaer doing bits in the live chat. Hashtag Ollie in. I love it how there's just no Ollie outers in the live chat these days. He's done great silencing the critics and maybe converting a few people as well. So many people towards the, let's be honest, just a couple of games ago, the Europa League final, a lot of people wanted him straight out. But he's definitely doing some progressive stuff. He's definitely improving this team. The proof will be in the pudding, though. He does have pressure on him this season. He's got the players he wants. He has to bring them to where we want them to be, which is challenging for everything, really. We should be picking up a trophy this season, too. So he's got the pressure on. It's not guaranteed, but it's looking good. It's looking good. Thank you very much, Burberry. Put the join the BB link in the live chat. Thank you very much. Anybody who does want to become a channel member, you can do. There is the live chat. These are obviously completely free to watch. You don't have to be a member, but if you want to support the channel, there is the link. Burber's put it in there. It's $1.99 a month. Thank you very much, sir. Get in. Right, okay, lads and lasses. Did you put the link in there? I don't know. It's maybe that's an old message. I don't know. I can't see it on the computer. Never mind. Griffo says Man United were the first team from Manchester to wear red and beat Leeds United 5-1 on a Saturday in August. Hashtag Ollie says Sir Greenwood. Elliot says Ollie into the end of the season, then we assess. Great point. I mean, let's not get carried away, but this is the season for him to prove it, really, because if he finishes 5th with this Man United team this season, he's out the door. Like, he can't fail to that degree. It's okay, maybe, to not win the league. That's, depending on the circumstances. If we run them close, if we've progressed, if we've just been unlucky, whatever it may be. It's not all the be-all and end-all to win the league. But we have to get close, guys. We have to challenge. We have to become that side. What I like about Solskjaer is he seems to be getting Man United back to how we want to be playing football. Attacking teams, cutting them open, flooding a few numbers forward, you know, taking those chances with the forward passes and the runs in behind, and just being a bit more risky and going for it and being attacking. You look at how we played against Leeds. We butchered them and we did it in an attacking way. It was lovely to behold. And Solskjaer even said, you know, we're getting back to how we want to play. This is the Manchester United. Well, we're getting back to how we want to play. It's more like we want to play. And that's how we're going to play. We're going to play a little bit more risky. We're going to play a bit more attacking. And if we've got the players and the personnel to do so in the side, like Rafael Varane, etc., and Sancho coming on that right-hand side, then we're going to bloody do it. And this is what he's been building to. He didn't want to replace Mourinho and continue some bullshit defensive crap, but he's had a real crazy balancing act to do over the last couple of years where he's had to manage, you know, he's had to basically manage the finances, he's had to manage the results, but also getting the right players in, getting the right players out and building for the future, where his final plan would be to culminate in attacking beautiful football, you know, eventually. But to get there, he's had to do certain things, he's had to play in certain ways. Of course, if he had all the best players in the world and a Galactico side, he's not going to be playing super defensive shite every single week. He's building this team up to be an attacking force. I can see it. Who else can see it? Smash the 69 in the live chat if you can see it. Hashtag Glazers out, says Kayam. Get in there with those hashtag Glazers out as well. Shazad Ahmed says hashtag Glazers out. Hell yeah. Mr. K009, hello. Yes, thank you, Elliot. Andrew Cross says, I think we got a realistic chance of finishing top 3 and then winning something else. Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, we would all be reasonably happy with a great cup victory. Of course, one of the big ones, like we won the Champions League, of course, but that might be a little bit too much to ask. But hey, you got to be in it to win it. And then there's, of course, the FA Cup. But yeah, I mean, if we don't win the league, we want a trophy. That's fair enough. Gungshi says 69, Solskjaer does too. Hey, there it is, Kayam. Thank you very much for putting that in there. Appreciate you, man. Get in. Let me just pin that to the top of the live chat. Thank you, bud. Hands on the table, player by player. Are we better than Liverpool, Chelsea, City? If we do bits, then I put it down to the Ollie magic. Man's David Blaine in disguise. Yeah, I mean, I have to put that down over the last 2 seasons to Ollie magic, really, because I don't think we have the squad capable of finishing second last season, really. And I don't think we had the squad capable of finishing third the season before. I mean, we weren't far off of that in my mind, but I still think he exceeded expectations and overperformed, largely in the league anyway. In the league, obviously we got done to the Champions League and we lost the Europa League final, so that was shite. We didn't win a trophy, so that was shite. But in the league, he performed brilliantly well, didn't he? Yeah. So he's already done a bit of Ollie magic. He's already finished, you know, above Liverpool. And people go, oh yeah, Virgil van Dijk was injured. Well, then Klopp's a shit manager in then, isn't he? If all of his fucking season's whole expectations and whether it hinges on being a success or not is down to one player being injured. Okay, Hendo's out injured for a bit as well. Then he's a shite manager then, isn't he? I'm sorry to say, for a start, you haven't pre-planned, you haven't thought about it, you haven't got the suitable player in there. I mean, now they have, but they haven't got the suitable player in there as a backup or anything. And you're telling me one player goes out and your whole team goes to shit? Well, then you're shite then, aren't you? So yeah, but to still finish above them after how dominant they were the couple of seasons before is amazing. It's brilliant. You're from Maine, Pig. Oh, nice, mate. Bit of Bangor action. Singame says, selling players, that's a swear word at United. Graham Souness with his comments says, I'm falling in love. Liverpool look up for it again this season. Yeah, they will be better this season, I think. This is going to be a really good season. It's a 4-horse race in my mind. We've got, of course, Man City. They've improved and they always will improve. They've just got money bags and they've got the greatest manager in the world, really, in terms of currently and with stats and trophies and things like that. Okay, he's not won the Champions League since Barca days. Other than that, he's very successful. He's expected to win the league again, really. Liverpool, they'll be up there again. Klopp's team, they played really good attacking stuff. They decimate teams, and they've got a really good forward line. They've just got a great overall team, really, don't they? Yeah, it's fair. And they've added some other players to it. They'll be back up there. Chelsea, with their new manager and their signings, etc., they'll definitely do well. Lukaku coming in there, providing the goals that Werner could not last season. They will be a much better outfit. And then there's us. We'll be better too, though, because we've signed Varane and Sancho, and we were getting better anyway. And what I really like about United's team is we've already got like a really young basis. So every season, without us signing anyone, we should be developing and getting better. You know, give it another few months. Players like Greenwood would have come on another notch of experience. Wan-Bissaka's still ridiculously young. All these guys are still getting better by the day. There's a lot of youngsters in there that in the future. Jadon Sancho, Marcus Rashford. All of these guys, give it a little bit of time, in a couple of seasons' time, will be way better than they are today. That's just how it works. So, yeah, very exciting times at United. T Copper says the great sides need to always have a shadow side in case it all goes pear-shaped. What do you mean, like a backup side, or what? How do you mean? Ian Dawn says Sin Game's true, but why do we keep players like Bailly? Just not necessary. I mean, Bailly for me does have a place in the squad. I actually think he's a really good defender. Problem with him is he's just injury prone and stuff, but he kind of makes the perfect backup because he's somebody that's good enough to really be a starter, but he's not going to be fit enough to be a starter regularly, and so he can't throw his toys out the pram when you use him as a backup because he's in and out the side anyway. But he is a good standard player to be a backup. So that's why I like Eric Bailly at the club. And there's nothing wrong with having a bit of depth. But I agree, he's not going to play that much. Rush Mano with a £10 super chat, sir. Get in there. Guys, let's get some watermelon sugar highs in there for that one. Rush Mano, thank you, sir. He says, are you a subscriber to Flying Pig United? If not, why not? Andreas is off. Replacement in. Ooh. Rush Mano, thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate that, dude. He says, are you a subscriber to Flying Pig United? If not, why not? It's a very good point. It's free to subscribe, guys. If it's your first time here, twat that subscribe button. Also, smash the like. Let's see if we can get 100 likes on the stream. Bacon Brigade, assemble! Sean Myberg says, Ollie is growing. Thank you so much, Rushy. And in regards to a replacement, like you say, replacement in. Let's just analyse this. So there's a few players that could be coming in, but let's just talk about a few players that still could be going out to raise capital and take some of the wages off of our wage bill as well. Jesse Lingard's one. I mean, Jesse Lingard is likely, in my opinion, to go out. If West Ham are interested in him, or even another side, we could see that business done before the end of this summer window, which is, what, another 20 million or 25 million generated. Not only that, but a large amount of money off the books. I'm not saying another team wants to pay Jesse 100-odd K a week, but we might have to pay, you know, £20,000 of his week for the remainder of his contract or something, but that's worth it to get him off the books and get him over there, in my opinion. So he might be going, he might be able to generate a bit more cash. I guess there's the Phil Jones thing, but he's out injured, you know, what the fuck's going on? Like, he's always going to be, you know, he's going to get, like, injury problems as soon as he's mentioned with a new club. You know what I mean? He's always just come, you know, he's coming back from an injury is he available or is he injured? He's always, as soon as he's available, he's injured again. It's basically like that, just to make sure he doesn't move in the transfer window. There's other options as well. So yes, you know what my gut feeling is? Manchester United do sign another player in this window and it will be a midfielder. That's my gut feeling. If we had proper ambition, we'd get another midfielder and, say, a right-back as well, like Trippier, to compete with Wan-Bissaka at right-back there and just give us better competition and depth, which would be fantastic, wouldn't it? But I could see another midfielder coming in. I could see some of these bits of dealings that we're doing now, getting players out on loan, Brandon Williams to Norwich. There's, of course, Andreas Pereira's just gone to Flamengo, and some other deals we've just done as well. Didn't Laird go on loan the other day? And there's been quite a few, actually. Solskjaer's definitely getting a lot of players out on loan this season, giving them experience, but also getting them off of our wage bill, which does free up a little bit of cash for us to be able to go and sign another player in this window and pay his wages. So that's what Solskjaer wants to do. You can see what's happening. Like, if that wasn't the case, I don't think we'd be doing so much of business right now, trying to get players off the books and stuff on loan. And with Brandon Williams going to Norwich, there'll be some other business too. And this is going to free up the money. Solskjaer and the lads freeing up the money currently to go out there and get somebody else. It's blatant. It's a blatant clue. Thank you so much, Rushmano. Appreciate that one, sir. Saul In and Camavinga. Right, okay, Omar Henry, let's just talk about that for a second. So there's not really too much more on, you know, on the Camavinga stuff than what we discussed yesterday. But there are, Rennes are kind of playing hardball really at this moment in time. Now, there's only a couple of weeks left of the window. Are they going to play hardball and lose him for free, or are they going to sign him up to a new contract? You know, these are possibilities. Chances are, I just see him going for maximum money at the end of the transfer window. When I say maximum money, I don't mean a lot of money. I just mean the maximum amount that Rennes can get for him at the end of the window. So I still think United have a chance of signing him. I think that if you look at the situation with some of the other clubs around world football as well, maybe it helps United right now that PSG have just signed Messi and all these other players and have huge wage bill right now and probably can't really justify signing another player. It also helps us that you look at the situation with the La Liga clubs, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, they're all financially fucked. So that really helps us. So look, we're quite high up on the agenda, or we're quite high up on the pecking order for signing Camavinga. If that happens or not, it's another question. It might be in a year's time. They might just elect to keep this youngster and develop him. Camavinga might decide to stay there for another year and get that development and then move in the summer for a free transfer for a bigger money deal when perhaps his profile is even slightly bigger and he can get himself more money at any club that he chooses next summer. So that is a very big possibility as well. So there's no guarantees here that we're signing Camavinga. In regards to some of the other midfielders, Ruben Neves, it's quiet on the Ruben Neves front. I mean, he's understood to be on Solskjaer's radar and he's interested in him, but we don't know if we're going to put in a bid for Ruben Neves. Hopefully we would. And then there's Saul, there's Basuma. You know, we've got a few options, but, you know, as it stands right now, nothing in terms of movements, but we will bring you the latest as it happens and when there is, you know, proper stuff going on with players coming in. So that's basically the latest in regards to our midfield, you know, possible signings. There's not really a huge update to give you guys. Oh, hang on a second. We just, Matty Rushmano's just sent me something through here. Thank you, Matty Rushmano. Sent me an update on Camavinga right here. So Real Madrid and Jonathan Barnett rule out a signing of Camavinga by Real Madrid this summer. The chance of this happening are 0%. The player and his agent weigh the options and consider leaving for free next summer. Mate, do you know what? I didn't read that before I said my piece there, I promised you, but it's basically just reconfirming what I said there. The player and his agent weigh the options and consider getting higher wages and stuff next summer. So that's another possibility. Also, Real Madrid this summer ruling it out. They can't justify it. None of these Spanish clubs can justify it. I don't think PSG can right now. These are supposed to be the favoured destinations of Camavinga. It does leave Manchester United kind of at the top of the list there for being able to sign him this window. That's if we can do a deal this window. And it's going to have to be a head turner of a contract for a young 18-year-old lad. It won't be huge money, but it's going to have to be a decent contract because, like I say, he can, in the summer next year, will be in a very big, strong position with his agent where they can negotiate a move to any club that they want and probably end up with more money in the process. So you're going to have to put in a good offer to get him this summer. Right, okay then, lads and lasses, let's get into the comment section. That's basically the latest of the transfer news. If you're just joining us, we have an update from Fabrizio Romano. It said Andreas Pereira deal is done and completed. Here we go, confirmed. Flamengo will sign Andreas Pereira from Manchester United on loan until June 2022 and pay part of his salary. So that's the latest. Andreas Pereira has been loaned out to Flamengo for the season. Supposedly has an option to buy of around 15 million euros in the contract at the end of his loan as well. And Flamengo have agreed to pay a fee reaching up to €1 million for Andreas Pereira initially and do have an option to buy the midfielder. But as I say, Manchester United paying a percentage of his wages to play for Flamengo as well. So that's the latest on Andreas Pereira, lads and lasses. And he's heading to Flamengo on loan. He made it clear to Solskjaer that he wanted to play regular first-team football. So not necessarily just a move to get him off the books, but also for his own development and for him as a player wants to play. That's good. I admire that. Man United would have preferred a sale, but very little money from Flamengo available right now. So they've got an option to buy in the future. If next summer they're available to do that, and they want to take him on if he has a good season there, then they might well end up buying him permanently. Also, Brandon Williams is very close to joining Norwich City on loan for the season as well, lads and lads. That's basically the latest news. We'll bring you the latest as it happens. Get your thoughts and opinions in. I'm going to stick around for 10 minutes or so, 5-10 minutes, have a little bit of a chat with the Bacon Brigade legends. So Q&A time, or get your thoughts in. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about anything we could be doing in this window, anything Man United related or football related in general, you know. Get your thoughts in. Thank you, Rushmano says pig equals the goat. That's ironic, isn't it? Well, it's definitely a barnyard animal theme there. There's a connection. Elliot Mandis says, thank you, mate. He says, our current midfielder may not be able to keep up for 38 game weeks. Fair point. Pogba's inconsistent. You're not going to get a star Paul Pogba 38 games a year. No, definitely not. Donny van der Beek, is he even in Solskjaer's plans? It seems like he is. Doesn't look like he's going out on loan. Doesn't look like he's going to be sold, but it's possible, I suppose, if an offer comes in. But he'll be staying around, you would think. Is there any game time for him? Don't know. He hasn't really featured much in Solskjaer's preseason plans either. He did play the other day, though, in the game against Burnley. Now, we do also have, problems in the other consistencies of the players. Fred is a little bit questionable. But, we've got good players there. We could definitely do with another one, though. 67 likes, says Rushmano. Get in there. Omar Henri says Pogba, if he goes to PSG, he will be on the bench. I personally don't want him to end up just like Andreas Pereira now. He is sorry leaving Man United. Do you really think he gets on the bench if he goes to PSG? He goes on the bench, though? I mean, I guess there is more Galactico stars there. PSG are understood to have to sell a couple of players now to be able to, you know, finance what they've just done in this window. They've got a lot of players there on huge money. I mean, players like Andreas Pereira on 250 grand a week. It's just a mockery, really, to be playing a player like Andreas Pereira that much, to be fair. So they've got to do something. Marco Verratti would be a player I'd be interested in at United, but yeah, depends on what they want to do. Confused by the Pereira deal, why pay United 1 million for the loan, then only 60% of wages? Why not just pay all the wages and do a fee for a loan? It's a bit confusing, isn't it, Ian Dawn, I suppose? Yeah, I don't really understand. I agree with you. It does seem a bit strange. Even Bruno struggled last season, says Sin Games. What? Who said that? Who said Bruno struggled last season? Bruno struggled for about 3 games towards the end of last season. But the rest of the season, he was absolutely mint. I wouldn't really say he struggled, you know. If we can have every player performing to Bruno levels of consistency, we would win the treble. Can Pereira just get sold? I'm tired of him going on loan, says Pavanch. Problem is the money's not available quite there, I guess, from the club that was most interested in him taking him. So we've worked out a loan deal with an option to buy. So yeah, you know, he's away for a year. He's not costing us as much as he was. And if he does well, they probably will buy him at the end of the loan spell. So this is possible that he could still be sold. Don't worry. Jarvis Cocker, mate. Hello. He says, watch United's net spend this summer. Don't know. Don't know, Jarvis Cocker. It's a very good question. I don't know. We'll have to find out at the end of the window as well. We'll see what we might do. Like, they might sell Jesse and maybe 1 or 2 others. But the net spend, I mean, it's more or less what we've spent, because I can't think of any players much that we've recouped. I mean, we just got £1 million for Pereira, right? It's a few loan deals and stuff. But we haven't sold any big players on big money, have we, this window, unless I'm forgetting something. So, yeah. So I think our net spend is more or less what we've paid combined for Varane and Sancho. Eddie, mate, have a great evening. Thank you so much for getting in here, bud. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much for stopping by and leaving a like on it, you legend. I'd take Herrera back on reduced wages. He bled for us. I like him too. I'd take him on reduced wages too. But would he do that? He's not worth 250k a week. No chance. He's good, but not great. But I like how passionate he was and how hard he worked for Man United. That's a great point. I'm falling in love, says Ollie, have to build the back 4 around Harry's midfield. It's built around Pogba with 2 CDMs so he can be more calm. And the attacking part is built around an NBA system of training. What, mate? PSG, if anything, will be on a free next season. Maybe. Could see it happening. Free next season. Could see it happening. Mr. K809, he says, Fred scored again in a closed-door practice game versus Bentley. Fred has stepped up since the Copa Americas, where he was excellent. Hey, fair play. Look, they've all had a good summer, haven't they? A lot of these players coming into it have had good summers with their teams. You know, even Victor Lindelof had a good summer with Sweden, been made their captain recently too. You know, everybody's doing in a good little run at the moment. I think it's a good time to be, you know, to be a Man United fan, because we've just started the season in a good run of form, and we got players who are in good form, it seems. Yeah, Fred scored. I can't believe he scored at all. I hope Ollie doesn't overplay Bruno, says Pavanch. Yes, Rushmani, message retracted. It's hard to leave Bruno out, to be honest. Oh, you can't leave Bruno out, can you? How could you leave Bruno out? It's insane. No matter what formation you're playing, he's the catalyst player for Manchester United, really. He's one of the most creative players. I mean, that game the other day was just remarkable from him. I mean, you know that goal where they check the ref checks his whistle and it's over the checks his watch and it's over the line. Well, I mean, because of it just being stopped on the line, it doesn't look as spectacular as it was, but it's actually amazing, that goal too. You know, and that was probably one of the lesser of the goals. But he literally cuts back and just skins the defender and just puts it in the goal, and it's just stopped on the line. But it was a fantastic piece of skill. And the other goal, the volley coming across his body, the guy's a complete package, isn't he? Yeah, Rushmani says Ander was okay, but nothing more than that. In terms of leadership, in terms of passion, he was very good. But in terms of actual quality, yeah, pretty average, really. Yeah, Hoodstar says, good luck, Goats, the other signing. Omar Henry says, Pig, we have to sell players to buy more quality players. We have to think about injuries also. Very true. We're starting to get the depth, though. We're getting some of the shit out, replacing them with better players. Kabaki HD, what's the Andreas Pereira news? I'm getting hard. He's been loaned out to Flamengo for a season with an option to buy. GWOLF United, message retracted. Social 99 says his third goal made me poo my pants. Oh, yeah. Oh, the build-up to that goal was superb, says Rushmano. Big time. Yeah, but I mean, like Bruno Fernandes, that was like just an insane performance from him in front of fans at Old Trafford there, start of the season, amazing. Pogba as well. These guys, if they can work together like that for the rest of the season, then we've got every chance of challenging and winning the league. Herrera actually earns £138,000 a week, says Alex Walker. Really? I thought he was on 250k a week. Oh, you mean that's euros, is it? And then you're, I don't know, still there'd be more than that, right? Don't know about that one, Alex Walker. Mr. KO09 says, peace, legends. Take care, guys. You the man, pig. Thank you so much, Mr. KA09. Appreciate you. You've not put the link in there properly, GWOLF, mate. And, yeah, I'd ask you to please not dry advertise in my live chat, please, there, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? Trying to give him a self-raid there, mate. You know what? That's a disgrace. Pavan says, have we replaced Ander Herrera after we left 3 years ago, Piggy? Yeah, no, we have. Yeah, we have signed midfielders since then, obviously, like Donny. FIFA stream, there will be one tonight. No, GWOLF, I'm just joking, mate. I'm just joking. Just get the proper link in there, bud. Get the proper link in there. I'm just playing around. I'm just joking, mate. Do us a favour. Yeah, we're going to do a raid on GWOLF then. Let's go. Get the link in there. But that link didn't work, mate. That was a dud link. So get the right link. Sin Games says it's difficult to rotate players when the bench is such a drop-off for the most positions except the keeper, says Sin Games. Very good point as well, yes. In adding a couple of quality players to the side, we have seen extra depth in the side created just because of that now. So we're a bit stronger in depth than we were last season, but that is very true. But we do have depth now. If you look at the left-back position, I know Telles is out at the moment. We've got Luke Shaw and Telles. The right-back spot at the moment, I guess we've got Dallo and Wan-Bissaka, which is not ideal, but it's okay. The centre-back position, we've got a lot of depth. We've got Varane and Maguire. We've got Lindelof and Bailly. Phil Jones. The midfield, it may not be the quality of player that we want in that CDM role, but we do have Fred and Matic, and we do have McTominay and Pogba and Donny. That's quite a lot of players for a central midfield position also. And then over on the left, we've got depth there. We've got Rashi and James and Martial, I guess, can play there. You've also got Cavani and Greenwood, and Martial can play up top. You've got Sancho and Greenwood on the right. So there's depth galore, man. We have got depth now, but it's not as strong as you would like. But in adding a quality midfielder to come in and be a top-class CDM for us, that would create even more depth there. If we could get that right back, that would give that competition and depth there. Hey, Rushmano, mate. Thank you very much for the super chat, mate. A £20 super chat, man. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that, mate. Let's get some love hearts in there for Matty Rushmano, mate. That's big. Thank you very much, man. He says, Pogba's starting to show signs he's thinking of resigning, says Rushmano. What do you mean? Pogba's starting to show signs he's thinking of resigning. Resigning? Resigning as in leaving Manchester United on a free, you mean, Rushmano? Is that what you mean? What? What's the signs? What's the signs? Send me the signs. Send me the signs, mate. Paul Pogba, man. But anyway, I think there's a chance of it because the amount of money. Oh, you mean re-signing? Re-signing. Sorry, I get it now. Sorry, I read that wrong in my mind. Well, it's spelled the same, isn't it? Re-signing. I think you needed a space or a hyphen in there, actually, didn't you? I don't know. Yeah, it needed a hyphen in there. That's what threw me off. Yeah. Well, technically, it does says thinking of resigning, which means quitting, right? But he meant re-signing. I get it. Yes, okay, that's good. Yeah, okay, that's good. Yes, I have heard this as well, actually, Rushmano. Thank you very much for giving me some of the latest sources as well. If you're not following Matty Rushmano on Twitter, by the way, make sure you do, MattUnited20. And his transfer page is transfers_UTD. Or is it UTD_transfers? But either way, Rushmano says, made my day that. I know I completely bottled that, didn't I? Hey, well, look, it's your fault partially as well. I'm like Ron Burgundy. You know what I mean? I'm like Ron Burgundy. Whatever you put on the teleprompter in front of me, I will read it. Go fuck yourself, San Diego. I'm reading it with my head on the side. There you go. Hey, guys, there is GWOLF's link. I'm just going to pin that to the top of the live chat, guys. We're going to wrap up this video now. Please do us a favor, smash that like. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes on the stream. If you enjoy these transfer updates, you want to see more of them, show your support by leaving a like and a comment after it's finished as well. Come back, that will help with the algorithm too. Continue the debate, get your thoughts and opinions in the not live comment section, and we'll keep this debate a-flowing, my friends. But yeah, thank you everyone who's watched the vid. Thank you, Rushmana, for your crazy support there as well. Really appreciate it and all the updates. Thank you all the moderators for being in here and moderating the chat. Thank you all the channel members in green here with the badges next to the names for supporting the channel in that way. And just thank you to everybody else as well who's watched the channel and all the commenters and interacted, and everybody who's interacted as well. Thank you so much. Guys, you can follow us on social media at Flying Pig United. You can check out the website for all the latest United news at unitedflyinghigh.com. Yes, exactly, Vincent Bullock. Thank you, Travis. Appreciate that. It's a great stream. Thank you, Travis, mate. Appreciate it. Thank you for the thumbnail again. Pogba is re-signing, says Jarvis Cocker. Hey, Nick Milisev, how you going there with the channel member emoji? Great to see you, Nick. What's going down in Nick Milisev town? He's got those Phil Jones emojis in there. Thank you, Shazad. Thank you, Sing Games. Right then, guys, there's the news. Andreas Pereira, see you later on, son. He's gone to Flamengo. Bye. Won't lose any sleep over that one. No, seriously though, good luck to him. Hope he gets some game time and improves as a player, but not cut out for United. Right, guys, that's it from me. Thank you for watching. All the stuff I said, do that. Subscribe and like and click the bell icon as well, like your name was Quasimodo. Esmeralda the Bells! Also, keep a lookout later. If there is any breaking news later on, we'll bring it you on the channel. If there's anything that comes out this evening from any of the respected journalists, or if there's any breaking news. Because, like I say, it is the transfer window still. There is 12 days left of it. And there is every possibility United get some business done with players coming in. Or certainly, I think, certainly a few players going out still. So we'll bring you all the latest as it happens on this channel. So make sure you subscribe and follow along and set that bell so you get updates when we post, and we'll give you the latest news as and when it breaks. This is The Pig. Thank you for watching. Have a great evening, everyone. Back later as well, 11 p.m.-ish for the FIFA action. Come and tune in for that. Get involved with that. And also come back, comment, and all that jazz. And I'll see you on the next one. See you later on, guys. This is The Pig. Take it easy. Come on, United. And hashtag Solskjaer doing bits, lads and lasses. Hashtag Ollie's at the wheel.